Hello, good day on this fine Saturday. I have something that arrived in the post for me today, and it is HILUKE. Hello. I don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to say it like that. This is a cylinder that I bought from AliExpress for about £6, and I bought it because the key looked pretty cool. Here is, in fact, the key. So that leads us to believe, forget about one side of the key, that it has 7 pins and then opposing on the top, probably passive you would think, another 7 up on the top. Now I've had this lock out and I've picked it and I've not taken it apart yet. So what I'm looking at and what I've picked is only these 7. I can't see anything where these would come into play, so I think the price of this lock reflects on what's in it, and these on the top are just for it to look high security, to make the user feel like they've got something which is higher security than what it is. However, it does have 7 pins, so we're already a cut above a standard cheap lock. Here's the lock itself. It uses that very standard Dimple keyway you find on a lot of different locks, like GateMate, the old Yale Dimple locks, and stuff like that. Also the Pioneer Plus from Avocet uses it as well. I've just spent a minute or two taking this clip off here, because as soon as we pick this, we're going to try and take it apart and have a look what's in it, because I have not yet taken it apart and I'm quite interested. I know it does use the construction key principle here. So it comes with 2 red keys, which are your construction keys, and then 5 black keys, which was curious because this casement here has space for 6, so I don't know why 5. But there you go, get 5 black keys. And oops, that's your key. So when you turn this one in the lock, the red keys will no longer work, and the idea of that is somebody's doing building work in your house and you put this lock in, if they make copies of the key while they've got it, when they leave and you turn this one in, they won't be able to use their keys anymore. That's the idea of that. Now, I have, just to check it's working, already turned the black key in this side of the lock, so the red keys no longer work in this side. However, they do still work on this side, so what we're going to do is pick this side, and then we're going to turn the black key in it, and then we're going to pick it again to see if it actually makes any difference. If you do hear the cat in the background throughout the video, I'm sorry about that, but he's whinging to get through the door that he's not allowed, so that may persist throughout the video. Okay, this might be a little bit of a longer video, obviously, because we're doing all this, picking the lock twice and gutting it, and we don't know what's inside, so gutting it may be a problem as well. We also have to get that clip off of this side also, so it could be an issue. You're also going to learn how to go about gutting a double-ended Euro without a front follower. Alright, so what are we picking it with? The new, well, not so new anymore, everybody has them, Sparrow's Dimple picks, what are they called? Black flags or whatever they are. We'll use one of their wrenches as well. Not that one. That one's a bit thick. That'll do it. And we're going to go clockwise. Now, from what I've gathered after picking it before, it is all standards. So there are 7, I think, but they are all standards. So tension on and bounce through. Got a click out of one already. Don't know where it was, to be honest. Oh, click out of the one behind it as well. Click out of the one behind that as well. Click out of the very back one, which we believe to be 7. Coming back forwards, I am catching on pin 1. That gives us a set. And nothing on 2, 3, 4, and it's open. So as you see, It's getting caught on something there actually. What's it getting caught on? Oh, I've reset the whole lock. It was picked. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it again, aren't I? Because we can never believe that I'm telling the truth. So you can see, it's just going like ABC. It's one at the back. Very nice clicks. Okay, so it's catching again. There it goes. The reason why it was catching is because of the clip being off the back and the thinging not engaging properly. So it has decided to opt for the back plug. At the moment you see it's not turning the core, but we've been messing with that, so that's why. But that is picked. Currently we have just picked the side which has not yet been activated with the black key. So I learned the hard way once with this. If you pick a lock like that with a control key and it's not yet been activated, if you pick that and turn it all the way around, it's the same as activating it. So I guess we'll try and do that now. I'm a little bit worried for the fact, hang on, let's have a look at the key. Deep cut. No, we won't do it because I think the ball bearing is currently down in the Bible, and if we turn it for the opening, the way that we've got it picked at the moment, the ball bearing may end up coming up into the keyway. So if that is the method they use, which I'm pretty sure it is, but so we'll just lock it up. We'll take a black key. Okay, so let's just make sure we've not turned it too far. Red key still operates. We'll take a black key, turn it all the way over, and now our red key indeed does not work. So we'll pick it once more and then we'll take it apart. Picking obviously changes slightly. A ball bearing is now missing, so one of them pins is a different height. We've still got a nice click, still got a nice click, and another nice click. Pin 1 gives a click, nothing on 2. So I think by now we'd have had it open, so something's a bit different. Oh, okay, got another click there on the very back one. Now we're up at the front, nothing. There's one, there we go. So it's picked, and again, you see I just grabbed the cam there and it allowed it around, so whatever we've taken the clip off is giving it the issue. So anyway, there it is picked again. So we've got the keys, so we'll lock that back up. Now we're going to take this apart and have a look. Now I've taken the clip off the other side previously just to try and shorten it up a little bit, because we know taking these clips off are a pain in the orifice. So let's have a quick think about how we're going to do this. So if the key goes in, okay, we have to pick it. I'm going to pause the video really quick just to get this side picked so that we can take it out properly without losing all the pins inside. Bear with me a second. Okay, so we've picked this side. Now, I'm filming this because this could all go wrong and it's going to be quite funny if it does. I'm assuming that the lock is cheap and doesn't actually have pins above as well as below. So we're using this from the HILUKE kit. It's a pin and shoot. We're going to turn the lock like this. So all that clicking you heard was pins jumping up from the bottom. And we're going to try and hold them all back down again with this pinning shoe. Move the lock forwards a little bit. Whoa, calm down. Right. So now that's slid in there, holding all those bottom pins down. We should be able to slide this core out, and all the pins remain within the lock and in the core. If there's ones above it, we may have an issue. So see those pins on the bottom. I'm looking around the other side and I see nothing up the top. Now I'm seeing something at the top towards the back. Okay, I heard nothing in the core. There is something down in there which is pretty strange. But if we're looking on top here, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the control key ball bearing. So that's dropped into the core and stays there forever after you've changed the key. Flip it over. We only have 6 pins. Disappointing. I wonder if there's 7 on the other side, maybe. I've just dropped that ball bearing actually. The ball bearing lines up with the last pin there. So let's have a look. When we put the key in, you see it lifts the ball bearing out, and you rotate it round and the ball bearing drops into that little hole on the other side. So it seems with the key all the way inserted, it's this first cut. Sorry, you're out of shot. It's the first cut on the key there that doesn't actually engage. It's sat somewhere in the front of the plug here where there's no pin. Again, a little bit disappointing. We have different shapes on the tops of these key pins. They are all standard though, so it doesn't make any difference. So we'll take this out and set that in there. There is something weird down in here. I have no idea what that is. Will it come out? Or is it's connected to the... It's connected to the cam. No, it's not. What is that? Never seen that in a lock before. It's actually... Okay, sorry for the little cut there. My phone memory ran out. We were just looking at this. It just came out of the lot, and what this is, it's a cheaper way to do like the clutch in the cam. So from what I could see, it was sat like this, and it would sit, and looking through to the one in the other core as well, it would sit. Can we get our plug from over here? Oh yes, and I can see there's a little hole there as well for it to sit in, like that. And it's sprung as well in there. There must be a spring in that little hole which holds it into the slot in the cam, which you can see back there. So when a key comes in from the other side, it will push across. I'll bet if I turn this, the other one should not spring across. Oh, it does, it does. You see it sprung in there. So I guess with this one sprung against it as well, this hovering somewhere in the middle. And when one key pushes in from inside of this core, it'll engage further and push the other one out of the other side. And now this side controls the cam and the other side doesn't. It's quite cheap, but it looks quite effective. So no problems there with that. We may be able to exploit that later with a thumb turn. Even though it's not a thumb turn lock, I'll have a look into that. Anyway, that's what that appears to be. So I'll leave that in there. Now then, can we now take this out? If I go down in there and push that back out from the cam, like that, we're going to take our follower with the slot in it, slide that down in there, and now we can see there's the follower coming through. So now what we've got to do, we have to take this clip off of this side, which I should have done before taking this side out, and then we can take this cam out and slide the follower all the way through. So let's do that really quick and carefully. I'm probably going to pause it so while I take this clip off. Okay, we skipped a few steps here because I just did the whole second part of the video and it didn't record it apparently. I'm not having good luck with my camera today. So that means I have had it all apart already and I do know what's in it now. But now we need to show you. So we have this side off, the drivers are still in there. We've taken that to here, put the key in here and slid the core out so far that the cam would come out. These things again gave me a little bit of an issue doing that, but we got it done. So now what's left to do is insert the key, which it's now active with. Give it a little turn and brace ourselves for pins to fly everywhere. No, I'm joking. We should have a ball bearing drop out behind, and there's not a great deal we can do about that. No, we may have saved it. So that's it, we'll put that down there. We have 7 key pins on this side. That's because it's the long side. They must have missed out this one. Not too sure why, because they seem to have got them fitted on the bottom there. But never mind. They have them all on this side at least. So we have got a 7-pin one to pick. Put them on there, flip it over. We've got that ball bearing on the other side. We can tip him out. He is real small. Put him safe. And over here, these are all just very standard driver pins. We're not going to mess with those. We'll just leave that to one side. We know, oop, we nearly lost it. I'm going to put it on this mat. We know what's going to be in there. So we will take the pins out of this side though, just to be certain. So pin 1, standard pin. Pin 2, obviously standard pin. These are all going to be standards. One thing I am noticing though is this is a key pin. So they are utilizing drivers as key pins as well. Which, why not? If they're all going to be standard, there's no reason why not. That's pin 3. It's pin 4. Sorry, I'm bad at figuring out where the lens on my camera is. It's on my phone. We've got 5 standards. 6. Oh, I'm letting them all pop out now. 6. Finally, pin 7. Oops. Pin 7. Now, there's nothing weird in here. The only weird thing is, if you can see that, then that lineup of pins there is far from straight. It's all over the place actually, which helps us out with picking. It means one pin is going to bind very clearly whilst the rest don't. So as soon as you press that one down, the next one is going to bind very clearly. No pins are going to be binding at the same time, and you're going to know the order to pick this in very clear. There's nothing anywhere else in this lock, so that means that the other pin cuts on the key are just for show on the key. But obviously somebody who's robbing your house that can pick a lock is not going to know that, because they can't look at the key, so they'll just pick it like a normal lock and it will open like a normal lock. So yeah, not a bit disappointed. Main reason I bought it was because looking at that key, and I think most people will buy it also looking at that key. I also bought this lock as a equal on both sides, and they've sent me an offset, so I'd be pissed off about that as well if it wasn't just picking it. I'm going to put some better pins in this lock, repin it back up, and see how we go with that. Thanks for watching.